That's Machiavelli. And if that quote didn't sting, buckle up. Because what I'm about to tell you will make some men clutch their pearls and others finally wake up. Let me ask you this. Why do women seem to go crazy for the guy who barely notices them, while the guy who worships the ground she walks on gets treated like yesterday's Amazon package? You know, the one you never opened because you already lost interest. Here's the brutal truth. Acting like she's your entire universe makes you predictable, and predictable men get friend-zoned faster than a guy asking for feet pics on a first date. Harsh. Sure. True. Absolutely. And this isn't about being toxic or cruel. This is about understanding the psychological chess game that's been running since the dawn of time. By the end of this video, you'll know why women become obsessed with men who act like they're nothing. And the last secret I'll share? It's the ultimate Machiavellian power move that'll make every other guy look like an amateur. So why does this happen? Because certainty kills desire. The second she feels like she has you fully figured out, game over. You've turned yourself from a thrilling mystery novel into a children's coloring book. She doesn't need to guess your next move because you're giving her the entire playbook up front. And here's the Machiavellian twist. Humans crave what's scarce. Your attention, your time, your validation, it's currency. And guess what happens when you flood the market with currency? Inflation. Suddenly, what was once valuable becomes worthless. But there's something deeper at play. Women are not consciously plotting like evil geniuses, but their instincts? Oh, they're pure Machiavelli. Attraction isn't about being nice or sweet. It's about survival value. If you behave like a man who has nothing better going on, her subconscious files you under low value. And here's the paradox. The man who acts like he doesn't need her becomes the man she works hardest to keep. Why? Because uncertainty forces investment, and investment breeds obsession. Remember this. People don't value what they don't work for. And yes, that includes love. Now let me hit you with a harsh reality most men never recover from. The harder you try to convince her of your worth, the more you prove you don't have any. Think about that. Every over-the-top gesture, every desperate text, every good morning, beautiful when she left you on read. Those are nails in the coffin of attraction. Meanwhile, the guy who replies 3 hours later with cool is living rent-free in her head. It's not fair. It's not romantic. But it's real. And if you think this is just manipulation, let me stop you. This is biology wearing a Machiavellian mask. And if you think you've heard the best part, you haven't. Because the ultimate power move, that's coming at the end. But right now, quick reality check. If you've made it this far, you're smarter than 90% of men who clicked away when I shattered their fairy tale. So here's my deal. Subscribe now so you don't miss the rest of this psychological bloodbath. Because what I'm about to reveal next, it's going to flip everything you thought you knew about women upside down. Back to the game. The reason women get addicted to men who act like they're nothing is because unpredictability is intoxicating. Certainty is safe, but safe is boring. A man who doesn't center his world around her sends one powerful message. I have options. That doesn't mean you treat her like trash. It means you carry yourself like someone whose life is full, whose validation is earned, not handed out like free samples at Costco. That mystery, that scarcity, it hijacks her dopamine system like a Vegas slot machine. One win, two losses, another win. It keeps her hooked. But here's where it gets dark. Most men think being high value is about money, status, looks. Wrong. Those things help, sure. But the real leverage is psychological. A man with confidence, boundaries, and emotional control will beat a millionaire with insecurity every single time. Why? Because women aren't addicted to your gifts. They're addicted to how you make them feel. And nothing makes someone feel more alive than uncertainty sprinkled with desire. Now, you might be thinking, so I just act cold and distant. No, that's amateur hour. Machiavelli didn't say, ignore the people you want power over. He said, control perception. The art is balance. Give enough to spark hope. Take enough to spark fear. That's what keeps the game alive. Too much hope, and she relaxes. Too much fear, and she walks. The sweet spot. That's the dark science you're learning here. And here's the twist that most guys never see coming. When she feels she's chasing you, her brain goes into overdrive. Every unanswered text becomes a puzzle. Every short reply becomes a clue. Suddenly, you're not a man, you're a mystery to solve. And humans can't resist mysteries. Which brings us to the final revelation: why acting like she's nothing makes her see you as everything. When you don't pedestalize her, you force her to earn her place in your world. And when she invests in earning it, she values it more than anything you could ever buy her. So here's the Machiavellian truth. Power in relationships isn't taken. It's given away by the person who needs more. The less you need her approval, the more she fights for yours. Control that dynamic, and you're no longer just another guy. You're the guy she can't stop thinking about. And that last secret I promised? Here it is: stop broadcasting your emotions. The man who controls his reactions controls the relationship. That's not just advice, it's a law. Women crave emotional stability in a world of chaos. And when you become the calm in her storm, while still being just out of reach, you win. Permanently. Now, hit that subscribe button if you're tired of being the guy who gets left on read. Because next time, I'm going even deeper into the psychological warfare of attraction. And trust me, you don't want to be the guy who misses it.